I don't know. But you know what? If man don't die, we're going to be old. And that is weird. When you look at old people, just to think that they were young, they might have been all doing podcasts and that, and DJing and that, doing stand-ups and that. No, doing stand-ups and that. And now
no, it's true though, because you know sometimes like when you watch like, maybe like a film, like an old documentary, and you look at like they go back into like 1940s, and you think, right, they were just like teenagers and that, and just. Yeah. But obviously, it's so mad how like. I think what always spins me is how it was so weird politically then. Yeah. How it was now. Yeah. So like a thing of like interracial marriage. Was not even thought of. You're not allowed to do it, bruv. Yeah. When it's now, imagine that's what I mean. Like for your gran being 99, to see all of that change. I think that's when you become old, where you see it from a perspective where you're like, rah, man. Yeah. A lot has changed. Do you see what I'm saying? You know, and if you think of it, I just think of in my lifetime, like the small things I've seen change of like, mainly with technology, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. How it's now social media and, you know, being the generation where there wasn't social media to now seeing social media and the effects of it and of course. The negative and positive. So, and the thing is, we're like the first kind of guinea pigs of that, really. You know what I mean? We're the first generation to really, you know, kind of get to grips with what an Instagram is and a Snapchat and post something up and, you know what I mean, like photoshopping your picture to, do you know what I mean? And I think that's so weird because, you know, you're going to get a generation that will just be born into that. It'll just be the norm.
Yeah, it's just be norm.
You know what I mean? That's the stuff that kind of spins me
my youngest brother, you know? It's the norm for him. He's 11. Like social media and all of that stuff and playing computer at home on the and chatting to your brethren through the headset and that's normal. For me to tell him that I had to back in the day I had to go to my brethren's yard to play computer. He's looking at me like I'm sick in the head. What, you used to have to go next door to your friend's house to play computer.
If you wanted to play computer.
That's long.
Yeah, that's mad, bruv.
Innit?
I remember we used to go to my friend's Rashid's house. He had a Super Nintendo.
Oh, I had one of them still.
And like we used to go to his house, but he only had like, I think he had one controller, but we was all fascinated by it. Yeah. We're like, yeah, go up. Oh yeah, jump on Yoshi. Oh,
jump on that.
Sick.
Like, jump on the mushroom.
And we were watching him, bruv. It was so fascinating to see that. I remember when my friend had a PlayStation. Oh my gosh, bruv, that blew my mind, bruv. Yeah, and I was like, so you put CDs in this, yeah?
Yeah.
You put CDs. Do you want to listen to music? Nah. Watch. Oh my D. Bro, mad,
bro. PlayStation Lick, that was a thing, you know?
Yeah.
That was a game changer. Yeah. What, you can play music in this as well? Man was just listening to stuff that you just didn't even really want to listen to, just to listen to music, bro.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, all of that. Pro Evolution and that.
Oh my gosh.
Pro Evolution.
Yeah.
Man come from Sonic the Hedgehog, cuz. I didn't even have the Sega Mega Drive. I could only have one. Was I talking about this here? Or I was saying the other day, yeah? When I was a young buck, bro, the way that my thing was set up was that I could only have one game. Like, I could only get a game for my birthday or maybe even Christmas. My family wasn't set up where I could just go out on the weekend and just get a game. Like, getting a game was a big occasion for me. I'd be going to school and my brethren, Richard Easy, I'd be like, oh, what did you do this weekend? Oh yeah, I just bought a game. I couldn't fathom that. Like, what do you mean you just bought a game?
Yeah, like, the games were like, what, £50 at that time as well?
Exactly. I had one game and that had to last me all the way until the next year, bro.
You had to play it all. You had to play the bonus levels. You had to do it all, boy. And the thing is, when it's a football game, you can do like the World Cup tournament. You'll do a league. There's more you can do in it. When you play a game like Crash Bandicoot and it's done, like, remember when the credits came up, when the game was actually finished?
That's it.
And you couldn't press start to get rid of the credits. You had to watch all the credits, and you're like, so what? There's nothing more in this game now. There's no little bonus level where man can just get like extra coins. The game is finished, bro. That was heartbreaking, bro.
Imagine being able to, like, I don't know about you lot, because my thing was patterned up completely different. But going to someone's yard and seeing a stack of games was like, that was fucking mind blowing.
Yeah, that was mad.
A stack of games. I had one game. By the time I got a next game, the next consoles come out.
Yeah.
You know I had to wait for that. And now it's either, for my birthday, I could either get skates or another game. Yeah. And now everyone's on the skates thing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But if I get the skates, I can't get a game again.
But you had it good even having a game. More time, I was banging out the demos, bruv. I'm playing the one level on Abe Odyssey, And it'll be the hardest level, but I'm trying to clock it. And then once you've clocked that one level, that's it. If you want to buy the game,
on the demo as well.
yeah. If you want to buy the game, like you'll clock that one level, innit? I'm like, okay, bruv, if you die, the demo would start all over again, bruv.
Yeah.
You have to select. You can't pick no other characters. There's nothing, bruv. It is literally a 3210 with nothing, bruv.
How did you save games again on like
memory cards?
The memory card, didn't it, on the Super Nintendo?
That's the roll with.
Is that the one that used to plug it at the top of the?
Yeah. But more time, I didn't even have money for the memory card, bruv.
I never had a memory
I
card.
just used to keep the console on all night, bruv.
Yeah.
I'll go to school and everything, bruv. And I'll come back about 4 o'clock and I'll press start and we carry on, bruv. The console would be hot, bruv. So hot.
Let me tell you how my thing was patterned up. Now, I'm not even old like that, but my thing was patterned where I didn't even have the coloured TV. Mine was black and white. I was playing.
You was playing console in black and white.
I was playing Super Mario. I was playing Super Mario on black and white. I didn't even know that the mushroom was red.
Wait.
I didn't know that. I didn't know what Mario looked like.
How did the black and white even have a SCART cable? Because most black and white didn't even have a SCART. You had some. That's mad, bro.
Yeah, no, you had that. We had that.
Yeah,
I had that still. And I remember making joke out of it one time to my cousins, and I almost got some licks for it, boy.
Yeah.
You get me? But now, you know what? Like, getting older now and realizing, like, those things actually made me realize how much my mum smashed it in life.
Oh, yeah, same,
you know that?
same,
because
same.
at that point there, like, there wasn't much. But she still always was able to provide for me somehow.
Yeah.
And now, like, where she's managed to position herself in life is amazing. So she's come from this thing here to now really, you know what I mean, to really doing her thing. So like, yeah, at the time when you're young, you're not really thinking about that. You're just going to school and just knowing that like Richard's just went out this weekend and bought a game. Now next year is my birthday and I have to decide whether I'm going to get the game or the Bauer skates or a bike. Do you get me? And I'm not going to get the bike that I really, really want.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So, no, it does make you appreciate things more, man. But I don't know. Things have just changed.
We were poor back in the day, boy.
Serious?
Not like poor where like man went to school with. Because my mum, the thing is, even though we didn't have a lot of money, she always make sure like
you was
like
proper.
Trainers were clean.
Yeah. Didn't notice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Same. That was the same.
Broke and didn't even know I was broke.
Yeah.
Same.
Until you get older, bruv. You see,
I didn't know I had the black. I thought everyone had the black and white TV.
Listen, you see, we had a TV in my house, yeah? Let me tell you something, yeah? We had a TV in my house. If you want to watch TV, you've got to put a pound in to watch the television.
I remember that. When you got to put a pound in the thing.
Your mind is blown right now.
Yeah. You have to put pounds in the thing.
So listen to this, yeah? Listen to this, right? We're watching TV, yeah?
Nah, let's do a crack.
Watching TV.
So
we're watching TV, yeah? Now, what it is, how it would work, yeah? Let's say, for example, you know you've got things like Bright House now, where you pay like £3 every week for like a TV or something like that. It's the same system, but you put a pound in the TV, basically, innit? And you get about like 2 hours, maybe 3 hours worth of watching. When the 3 hours is done, the TV switches off because it's connected to this thing, innit? So then, bruv, man would be watching television look, he can't believe it. Look at his mind, bruv.
Who gets the pound?
No. So what it is, yeah, you've got like this little power bank thing, and it's connected into your TV. Yeah. So you can't pull it out of your thing because it's connected. So say for example, my mum says, "Alright, cool, I want a new washing machine." So then we put a pound in. You've got it set up to your TV, and a man will come like every 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, and he collect the dough.
And he take out this thing, this cylinder, and all the pounds will be in there, innit? Like, thing out. Oh, £30 in there. Fantastic. Set it up, boom. I'll see you next week then. Yeah. I thought this was the norm, innit? I thought this was the norm. And then, blood, I went to my brethren's house, yeah? And I was like, oh, their TV's on for time, boy. And I was like, I'm sitting there like, bro, but they must put bare pounds in it. Because I'm looking, I'm like, where's that look? Because I was at the top of the TV because it'll have the time as well, innit? On the TV. Not like a timer. It wasn't like a dickhead thing, like countdown. 10 seconds. It'll just have
I prefer the countdown
there,
thing.
innit?
I prefer the countdown thing.
So
I wouldn't want it
going
just
to my
cut
bitch's
out.
house and I'm like, bro, like, you man are watching TV for long, bro. I don't understand what's going on, innit? And then it started making sense. This guy comes round again. All right, Mo, how's it going? Yeah, all right, man. How's it going, man? Cling, 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 cling. All right, well, see you later next week. All right, cool. So then my mum's a G, innit? I don't know how she done it, but sometimes she'd be like, oh, man, fuck, I need some money, innit? my mum found a way to flick the thing upside down, push up, and but my mum was smart. She wouldn't take too much because obviously the time isn't right, innit? Yeah. So she was like, cool, let me take 10 out. All right, cool. Put the thing on, man will come, oh, not much in there. I ain't been watching much TV. And I'm looking at my mum like, hey. My mum's looking at me like, don't say nothing, get it. I'm like, I don't know, man. But bruv, that was straight. Imagine I'm playing consoles on that. Yeah. So we had like the first Nintendo, the grey thing, innit?
Yeah, that's what I had.
You push it in.
That was a Super Nintendo.
Yeah, you push it in and go down.
Oh, the orange. Yes,
the grey one.
You know the grey one. That's a SNES, isn't it?
Yeah. No, that's like the first one.
The grey one's the one that you put it in. I mean, that's the SNES.
You push it in and then push it down.
Yeah.
It was like a square, looked like a spaceship.
Yeah, you slot it in and then you push it down and had the little clip thing in it.
Okay.
Yeah. So we had that's the first one that my mum got us.
And then the Super Nintendo came out after that.
Super Nintendo afterwards, yeah. So when we had that, we'd be playing computer, innit?
Yeah.
And then the thing would just lock off because it still count, bruv. Yeah. You still have to put a pound in, innit?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, bruv. It was a myth. Like we knock on the neighbour's door, say, you got change of a fiver? Yeah.
Show me.
That's the one.
That's the one I had.
Yeah.
Wait, what's this middle thing? I mean, this one up here, the blue one.
That's a GameCube.
That's the one.
Yeah,
I remember going to my brethren's yard. His dad was a boxer in that, and I saw that, and that was a whole next piece of technology.
That one didn't really.
That
didn't really fly off. That one did it really?
No, that didn't fly off. That was like I don't know. I think only rich people probably even.
That 64 changed the game though. Because you had 4 man that can play the same game.
Nintendo 64.
But that's when there was that beef of like PlayStation and you either had one or the other. Unless it was that rich kid that had both. And you're like, well, you got both.
Listen,
you can play golden.
I had a cousin who had everything.
Yeah. The PlayStation. It was like that. It's like a L shape. Yeah. I bought that once, you know.
Yeah, I had to.
But the thing is, I bought it with the hope of like, wow, we can all play, and I plugged it in it. I bought it for my birthday. It was like £40, innit? Yeah. I was like, oh, this is gonna be sick. But bruv, it was just like, it's just so dead, bruv. Because certain man didn't even have a control as well, innit?
Oh, so certain man are watching.
Yes. Oh man, I gotta go home to get my. But you know what is sick is when PlayStation introduced the DualShock thing. When you play and it will vibrate.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? Oh, bruv.
I didn't have that.
Oh my, yeah. No.
I didn't have that.
You didn't have that?
No.
Yeah, my sister bought me that, man.
I think around those times anyway, I started to like kind of. There was a girl in my block that I started to like, and then that just took me away from computers. I was sitting in the block. I'll never forget the day when I first squeezed the titty, boy. It was in the block. These that were playing the Nintendo. And I'm in the block now, but I'm just squeezing the breast.
Yeah, I'm feeling
but
good
you know
about
what?
it.
But we're not even kissing. You know, like in hindsight, it's the most awkward thing, really. Because I'm just sitting there and I'm just like, just doing that. I'm just doing that. I don't even know. I don't know what was happening in the end or nothing.
But you enjoyed it.
I loved it to bit. That was sex. That's sex. What was sex to me? But these times here, every man was playing the Nintendo. After that. Yeah, me and her was just kind of just catching a little vibe. That was it in the stairwell. And then I got into skating. Then I got into riding bikes. And then after that, things has become different. Just quickly, I know this is mad on my mind. I'm gonna move from this in a minute, yeah. But was it New Year's Eve that Dominic got caught eating the pooch in a stairwell? Yeah. Was that New Year's Eve? How many years ago was that?
Probably 3 or 4.
No, I think it was it not longer than
it might have been a bit longer than that, you know.
The legacy lives. Has anyone seen him since?
I was about to ask that.
There was one video where I think the guy was on the tube and some guy that had his phone. Did you not see that video? And he chased him off the tube or something like that.
Did he?
Yeah, or something like that.
Well,
imagine going viral for something like that.
That's mad, bro.
And I think that is quite the scary thing.
That video went so I think it was like a good 3 days. Like it became annoying, like because everyone was doing their memes and it was like it's getting done now, innit? But literally,
memes
it was
were almost built from
everywhere. Yeah, it was everywhere.
Well, I didn't even know what a meme was really until.
It's a shocking act, innit? It is a shocking act, but
in public.
I've seen stuff
it's not
like
a shopping.
Growing up, man.
No,
Jesus Christ.
That video
not
is
quite
mad,
like that.
The video is actually
I've seen
mad,
some
bro.
wild stuff happening there.
That's crazy.
It's the guy. It's the guy in the video. It's like Celestia.
You know, sometimes sometimes it's not the act, it's about the ownership.
Oh yeah.
If Dominic Soler had looked up at that camera when
and
he
said
got caught
what?
and said what?
Yeah. Accountability.
It might have changed, you know.
The
whole
Accountability.
The whole thing changes. This shit's about ownership.
What did he do? Did he run?
Nah, he didn't run. He just wiped his mouth off.
Yeah.
He just wiped his mouth
And
off.
then, I swear, there's one guy in the video who goes, you know you're a prick. This guy's a prick, you know.
Yeah. You can't get mugged off and do that. You know what I'm saying? Something has to give.
If he knocked a man out, then the whole complexion of the
we
thing
don't
would have
even
just
talk
been
about
different.
it.
If he would have got up from the pooch and knocked a man out, then do you know what? The joke wouldn't have been on him.
Yeah, exactly.
The joke wouldn't even have
You
been
know what
on
it
him.
was
The
as
joke
well,
would have been
though?
on the camera.
What
man.
made the you remember there was the picture of them together?
Yeah, in the car.
That's the main picture, bro.
Yeah.
The video, it's not really the video.
That's
it's
what
the
he's
picture,
holding.
bro.
He's holding a drink in his mouth.
Because he's looking bare suspicious.
Yeah.
so
He's holding. I
suspicious.
swear he's holding a drink in his mouth. Yeah. I remember that.
Is that it?
Yeah.
But the captions were so funny. One of them would have got away with it with one of them pesky kids.
And she was wedge as well. She's a big youth.
Yeah, she was quite big
was
still.
very funny,
I swear she was Arab.
Yeah.
You can't
Yeah.
get what? That's deaf.
That's mad.
That's deaf. She must have been here on study.
No,
and
but
her
she worked
family
in the
not here.
bookies. She worked in the bookies as well. So
Yeah, that could have been a part-time thing.
Yeah,
she
but
could
your
have been.
family
She
might
could have
not-
been.
She
her
didn't
family
get it
could
as
have
bad.
been
She
here.
didn't get it as bad though. Like people tried to like, oh, but what about her as well? But it's just like,
Nah, man.
it's not the greatest situation, is it? Yeah, it's not the greatest situation. Yeah.
Yeah, she's getting
But-
neck on the stairs, basically.
But if you own it, then no one really even talks about it. People only cuss you when they know it's like something you're embarrassed about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just
You
like,
get
yeah,
cussed more. You
should've
get cussed.
tweeted
You get
immediately
cussed
on the
more
first.
when you're embarrassed. Yeah, you get cussed more. Like
I was
people,
trying to find him.
Huh?
I was trying
Dominic,
to
I
find him
think
the
he was.
following
I think
day.
he was a
man.
West Londoner still. Though.
This is so funny.
What's that?
Yeah,
his face was
trying to find him because-
He was holding a drink. Yeah, he was holding a drink and his mouth was twist up. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Is it? Well, I'll get the picture so you could. So you can put it up.
Man.
But yeah, viral moment. Do you know what though? Talking of viral moments, bro, you've had a good amount of them this year. Bro.
Oh, respect, man.
Hey, it's mad, isn't it?
Respect, man.
Well,
Nah,
I think
it's
when you
been
came in
mad, bro.
before, like in
Yeah.
the beginning of the year, like it was popping off, but it just went even extra nuts, innit? So like you kind of seeing the good side of social media, innit? Really?
Yeah, man. In terms of like how it's changed my life, bro. Honestly, man. Like on the way here, I was on a train. There was some young kid and he was just like fixing himself up, like he's fixing his shoes, and he's looked up and then he's seen it's me, innit?
Yeah.
And it's so funny because I was on my phone, innit?
Yeah.
And I've seen him and he's like, that's him. And then I see he's got out his phone, I can see the reflection in the window, innit?
Oh yeah.
And I seen he's on Snapchat. And he's I could see me on the Snapchat, innit? So I've looked at him and I was like, what's he saying, bro? You right, yeah? and he's like, yeah, safe, man. Cool, man. I like the videos, man. I was like, yeah, cool, man. Safe, man. But no, it's been 100 miles an hour, man. You know, I've tried to, you know, I think what I've mainly tried to do is try to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Not let it kind of get the best of me.
You're saying
and
one
stuff.
bag of money being made this year, though.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Tidy, innit?
Your reception's mad over there, you know? Your reception's mad still.
Listen.
You might be on that gift gaffer, but I can't even hear that still.
But in terms of like, because I saw you put up a thing on Twitter, where you was like, yeah, this time last year, man was looking for extra hours and that. Now you just sold out the tours or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, it makes a difference, innit? Like,
Bruv, it's been a mad year in terms of like this year because I was working. I've always done the comedy, innit? Like, kind of thing. I don't want to say it's a story of like I just started this year kind of thing.
no,
you know,
because
I've been
doing this for time.
Yeah,
bro.
for a whole
I
minute,
think, do you know
man.
what? Yeah, that's one thing that like enough people that know you and know about you always say that Mo was doing, for example, Sunday show. This is one of the reasons how I ended up liking you anyway, because Sunday show was every Sunday. You was there every Sunday, cracking joke. That's gotta be difficult, bruv, because you can't repeat jokes really, because you're gonna get some people that are there every week. Do you get what I'm saying? So they've heard it already. So you've just got to do stuff on impulse and shit. That's a really tough thing to do, bro.
Nah, it was hard, but it was at that kind of training ground, innit?
Yeah.
Kind of thing. And the thing is, you know, like anyone that went Sunday show back then, it was like, you know, you had like the bougie people that would go there. You'd have the road man that would be there, the footballers. Everybody wanted to be there, innit? So like, in terms of like, you even have people from out of London that never been, but they might be coming for a specific act because they used to get big acts as well. So they might get like A. Marie or, so you just know that in terms of when you're performing, you have to try and make everyone laugh. So in terms of a training ground, like I'd go there and be like, cool, Blackstreet's on today. I know no one's come for me, but then I know that I've got to work hard so that people, one, enjoy the show. And I've learned in terms of, especially going forward now, like when I've done my tour show, I've seen how I want the experience to be. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Making sure it starts on time, making sure, even small things down to like, is the aircon on? Is it too hot in here? Is it too cold? Is it making too much noise when the acts are on? And
attention to detail.
You know what I mean? I think that's one thing I've kind of got from doing that, so I was there every single week, times where there's only about 100 people there and it's dead in a room which could normally fill about 500, and it's a massive room, but then you think, all right, cool, well, there's 100 people that have come out of their house, you still got to make them laugh, you see what I'm saying? And then there's times where you've got like 500 people there, you know what I mean? And then they're there to see like gets and that, so you still have to...
But that's what makes it even more difficult though, I think, because regardless of how much people are there, sometimes people are there because there's an act there, or there's like a purpose for why they're going there, and that purpose isn't you, but then you have to still be on the stage, because when you go out on the people bruv, it's lonely, innit?
Bruv, so people especially comedy, bruv.
People are just looking at you. This is why even like at your show, when you had K Kurd on, like it's a tough thing for like a person to just come out and be the support act and try to crack a joke or whatever. He smashed it, by the way. I thought what you did by coming out first, by coming out first and then talking to people and then just saying like, I'm bringing somebody out or whatever, and then him coming out was really good, because it kind of just like people weren't like, man. He didn't just come out and people were like, right, who's this bread? But I'm looking at him and I'm thinking, he's got a very, very tough job to do, because the reality is people are not coming here for you, but you've got to crack joke and make people laugh. And it's the same with Sunday show, because every week people are coming there for a purpose. There's something going on or whatever. And they're not particularly coming there for you, but you every week have to be there just cracking joke or whatever.
That's it, man. I think for me, it was a good training ground in terms of seeing how a crowd works, how they react to some stuff, and just trying out stuff, material, and taking risks. You know what I mean? I'm there every week, so I'm like, cool, that joke didn't work, I'll try this. Do you know what I mean? And I'm very honest when I'm on stage, innit? I've been on stage and I'm like, okay, cool, that joke was dead. Cool. And my audience kind of appreciated me for that. Rather than being like, because sometimes you get a host who be like, oh, you lot are rubbish tonight, man.
Yeah.
And I'm nah, sometimes the joke don't work. You know what I mean?
You know the ones there where the host start blaming it on me. I'm thinking to myself, no, bruv, you're not good. Bruv. Yeah. You are not good. And you know what? I've even tried to laugh to lighten the mood, because I got a big heart. You know the ones that, I'm that guy. You know, like I'll go to a show, and then like I'll go to a comedy show or whatever. And then if it's not really working out, but I'll still laugh a bit, because it hurts my heart. Like, I don't like to see people on the stage like lonely by themselves trying to crack a little joke and that, and nobody's laughing. So I'll like, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, especially we're in the era of groupthink, which we'll talk about it a little bit, like maybe if I crack a laugh, then maybe the person next to me might just follow suit and just laugh with me, and then we can just lighten up the mood a little bit and just, you know what I mean? Make things easy for my man, because it's difficult, bro.
No.
I don't think I could ever do that.
I think I've never been to a comedy show before.
I couldn't.
My uncle's a comedian, actually. Do you know Mr. C?
Mr. C? Oh, is that your uncle? Oh, sick. Yeah.
But yeah,
don't say Mr. C in America, boy, because Mr. C's a.
Is that a mad thing?
He's a man. He's a serial penis purchaser. Purchase.
What's going on?
Yeah. Mr. C. He was Biggie Smalls' DJ. Yeah, he got caught.
What?
Yeah, he got caught.
He's a penis purchaser.
Yeah,
I didn't even know you could buy them like that.
Yeah, he got caught on road. Anyway, so, yeah.
What?
You lot don't know? Have you not heard of Mr. C in America?
Have to fully explain
Do you not know of Mr. C? Do you know who Mr. C is?
No.
Right, Mr. C is a hip hop legend. Yeah,
So
that's what we said. For those who don't know,
is that your uncle now?
For those who don't know, Mr. C is like a hip hop legend. Like, he was on Hot 97, been in the game for years. He was Biggie Smalls' DJ. He's like somebody that you respect in the game, just like how you respect David Rodigan, Tim Westwood,
Funk
like,
Flex and them, man.
Them man. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. But yeah, he got caught on the roadside purchasing a ting.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Wait.
Charlemagne aired it out as well. But anyway, that's not for us. That's
but
the
what
American
does that mean?
issue.
How do you purchase a penis?
How do you purchase a penis?
To a human.
Yeah, that's exactly. So you just go out there and you just buy one, and then you just link him up, and then he just does his thing, innit?
Wait.
Sure, just talk about linking a man.
Yeah. Well, like a lady boy. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant he was cutting them off or something and then collecting
Oh,
them.
no.
Did you think that as well, innit?
Yeah,
That's what I thought,
like
bro.
a black market thing. Yeah.
When he said, I thought he was chopping off man's things, put them in a jar, and he'd have bare jars, bro, of man's penises, bro.
Put them in a jar.
Because I thought that's mad. How'd you go from a DJ to that? Because that's what the way he said it. He was like, yeah, bro. He was caught buying them on the road and that. On road, that.
I've never seen one.
I didn't know you could buy them, bro. I didn't know you could buy a man's penis, bro. Like, bro, I got shook as well, you know. I got shook. I was like, what, man? I'm chopping them off.
I started thinking, nah, it can't be my
Nah, bro. And then, you know what, yeah? A part of me, I was like, how do you know this, though, bro? How do you know this, blood? How do you know that you can buy these willies? I didn't know that, bro.
Man said put them in a jar, you know.
That's what I thought, you know.
Oh,
Man just had a jar of bare willies, bro, all around the world and that. Oh. Yeah, that's Greg. That's John over there. Oh, Michael. Oh, that was a hard one. He was very... Kept moving, man.
Hey. Yeah, anyway, where was we? Yeah, anyway, your uncle was a...
Yeah, I've never been to... the only time I've ever been to
They're really good, bro.
I walked into one by accident in LA, but it wasn't very funny. I think I was going to the toilet, but I ended up in the show. Who was I with? Was I with on the YouTube? Yeah. Yeah, but it wasn't very funny. But I couldn't tell if it was maybe just because I'd gone in there to go toilet.
Okay.
Or if it was just not very funny.
Yeah.
I don't find Americans that funny anyway.
Nah, there's some Americans that I used to find
I like
really
dry
funny.
humour.
I like inappropriate.
Yeah,
I like
it's proper British, isn't it? Yeah.
So I like dry humour as well.
So I love like The Office.
Yeah, brother.
Okay.
I love that.
Nah, I liked Little Britain.
Yeah.
I used to
wish
love
they could
Little
bring
Britain.
that back,
I like
but not
that.
in this day and age.
What do you think was better, the UK office or the American office?
I never
UK.
watched it. I never
I think so. I think the American one was better, you know.
Really.
They were just
Yeah.
copying what the...
No, but it's like the humour was just a bit more like...
Obvious.
It was obvious, but I think the humour in the American one just went up a little bit more. I don't know what it was about it, man.
Maybe it's the fact that, you know what, maybe I don't appreciate jokes much. I more find the person funny. And when I look at David Brent,
Yeah.
he's just hilarious.
It's,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I know even if he does nothing funny, he's funny. Like
funny.
Specs. Like, I just know
Yeah,
there's certain
Specs
man,
is funny.
I just have to look at you for long enough.
Specs is
Like, you're
funny.
going to give me something.
He's probably
Like,
funny still.
But yeah,
He's
I know what you
proper
mean.
funny,
Like,
bro.
those type of people are like Specs is a natural funny. Like Specs couldn't do stand up.
No,
But
of course
he's
not.
as a man,
That's
as
a skill, but just as a person.
as a person, he is just funny.
Nah, he's so funny. When was it in Nando's when I think we done Filthy Fellas like last year. I done it with Poet and them guys. We went to Nando's and then I think the conversation was like, for 50 million, would you sleep with a guy or something like that?
We had a wild one.
So then
here.
it was something based on that, yeah. So some people was like, so then Specs he was just like, it said something like, he's like, yeah, 50 million, bro, 50 million. I said, oh, okay, cool. And I was like, like you know, like he did like you know, some people was like, well, I would, but
is
but
it
you know,
on camera?
But you know when these debates happen, yeah, what annoys me is some people get to, what, is the money going in my account right now?
Yeah.
Like, bruv, like, that's
Nah, do you know what though?
what is it tax deductible? I'm like, big man, just answer what the question is, isn't it?
Nah, I need to know. Sometimes you need to know whether it's going on camera or not, though. Because sometimes you need to know whether it's going on camera or not. Because that adds
No, but
to
the thing is, it's like, that's not part of the, like,
That's not part of the
someone's
question.
not writing their own contracts to this theory, innit? So, like, is anyone going to see it?
Do you remember
I'm like, wait. But then you start putting in contracts as well.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So 50 million, yeah? But, like, you lot got a cuddle. Oh, I don't know about the cuddling,
Too much
bro.
turns. Too much turns.
I 60, and I'm like, you know, like, in my head, and I'm like, this ain't a real thing, you know. It's not a real thing, innit? But we can get into it, you know.
Yeah, we
man.
had that. I think time ago. Do you remember the conversation we had about everyone having a price? Do you remember that? Because we was like, or someone had said to me, everybody has a price for everything. Yeah. So I'm like, is that true?
Proper scary.
Is that true?
It's true.
Does everyone have a price?
But more time you would just test that man's morals when you put out them questions, you know. Some
If
man don't
someone
care.
If a
Some
guy
man,
walked
I
in
don't
here
care.
now
50
and
million?
offered me 50
That's
mil.
changing my whole family's life right now, blood. For generations. What do you
you're
mean,
just trying
cuz?
to
Of course,
justify it.
you would do it as well. And you're like,
Yeah, you
you're like,
would do it.
whoa,
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
my question, is it? And some man go, well, alright, cool. Am I gonna have the money in front of me now? Yeah, have I got all the money? And I'm like just to see how, because some
how
people
you
think
set up,
about it.
yeah.
I've seen man be like, I don't know.
50 mil, I could probably do it.
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie.
I'll probably take the probably out as well.
For the probably. Okay, I hear that still.
You know what it is though?
You know what? For 100 mil, there's probably some stuff that might go down now.
100.
Yeah, 100 mil. 100 mil, maybe. Maybe we could have a conversation.
You know what it is though? What's mad? In terms of that,
110.
you know when you look at that type of money, because I think the lottery now is on like 110, 12 million and stuff. And I was having this conversation with someone recently, and I was just like when you pose the question of could you win that amount of money, in your head instantly you'll say yes, but a part of me that seems like too much money, bro.
It is.
Yeah,
I was having this.
You see what I'm saying?
Do you know what, Dan? You might need to come on camera. You know,
you
might need to come here. Yeah, what was you gonna say? What was you saying? Because I think we was having this conversation before you got here.
Is 110 million too much money?
What was it that you were saying about?
Well, I was saying, yeah, it came up in obviously this rollover thing, yeah, it come up in the group, and I was basically saying, I don't think any of us are responsible enough to have that amount of money in one go.
Yeah.
I think one of us will end up found dead in a beach in Bolivia, surrounded by 65 strippers.
Yeah, it's nuts.
What, all at the
One
same
of us
time?
will have been hunted, dead, heads gone.
Wait. Cut. Wait.
65
So hold on.
that went over my
You're
head.
dead in the beach in Bolivia.
Yeah. There's no beach. It's landlocked.
So are the strippers currently there? So they've seen the crime?
I think everyone's dead.
Everyone's
Oh, the strippers
everyone's
are dead.
I think everyone's
Oh,
dead.
okay. That's dead
sounds-
bodies, bro.
Yeah.
That sounds like some Snowfall business. Some
But
Breaking Bad vibe.
It is. Like, I reckon that's just too much money will send you crazy.
Yeah,
I think at one go. And there was a study that I read the other day that said that once you start earning above, I think it was 120 or 130,000 per annum, it can have a real negative impact on your mentality.
Okay.
Start to play the numbers game. Obviously, the numbers game's infinite, and unless you're really balanced and really grounded, it can just send you a bit wild and a bit schizo. And I get it. I fully get it because you still want to be able. You want to have the financial freedom, but you want to be able to know that you have to work at least a little bit for it. Like 100 mil, and I'm just doing what I want for the rest of my life. Do you see what I'm saying? Like it's enough money to just do whatever. And to be so irresponsible that you'll die.
Anything. That's not rich. That's wealth. That's wealth.
Yeah, that's wealth.
And the thing is, it's different. If when people say, "Oh, like they're worth this money," like that's in assets, innit? Do you see what I mean, bro? You got but 110 in your bank account, bruv. Because I watched this really cool documentary about how the whole process works when you win the lottery, innit? So obviously you got the ticket, you phone up, and then it's this guy who comes to your house, innit? It's like this guy. He's like even when they had their thing, they blacked him out and stuff, changed his voice, innit? So he comes to your house, innit? And then it's like literally, I think they set up your account with Coots, the Coots account. So that's like the account basically, and you pretty much have that kind of money in your bank account, bro.
Yeah, because I could see as well. Yeah, if you just wake up one day, you play a game, and you end up just getting over 100 million, especially if you're somebody who don't have money. You don't come from
money.
You don't come from money. You don't come from wealth or anything like that. The moment now that you get that amount of money, you just turn stupid with it, and that's how people end up losing money so quick. There was a Don there was a Don that I read years ago who won the lottery, and like he literally spent. It wasn't hundreds of millions, but he maybe won like 20 million or 40 million or something like that, and he literally spent it in under 2 years.
Yeah, because you don't know how to use this money. At least if we end up with 100 mil. You've had to learn so many lessons whilst accumulating that money that you become a person responsible enough for that money. Whereas if it just gets dropped on you, who knows what that would do? Like some people will be fine with it and will be very responsible in that until that money's in your account. You realise the O's are going off the screen. And then all of it, like,
it's mad.
Because the thing is, even like if you had a normal day to day, because maybe he's having this debate. He was like, "Oh, well, I travel, I set up a charity," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's cool, but that stuff that will take time, bro. As much as like, even if you want to do good outreach stuff, like it still take time. People say, "Yeah, I'll give my mum $1 million." You're like, you got to set up an account though. You can't just say, "Hey, Santander, can man transfer $1 million to this account, please?" Like it doesn't really work like that, innit? And then that's what we was explaining the theory, and I was just like, that is a lot of money because. You can shop until there's no end, innit? So once you've like accumulated everything you want, which in hindsight of 110 million, like cool, I'll get a Bugatti, I'll get a house here, like that is still nothing, bro. You haven't even spent, bro. I've played, Football Manager, where man's done the cheat, innit? and done what was it called?
You got bare peas.
You got bare money in it. I'm buying it every player I can in it.
Quality
What?
players.
Cristiano Ronaldo?
Yeah.
200 million. How about that? And I'm buying, and then I get to the point I'm like, there's still so much money left, and it just becomes boring because there's that excitement where.
Yeah.
Even though I'm talking about this from a games perspective, there's that excitement of having the club, and then we've sold our big player, but there's this young prospect who's thinking, so you think, oh cool man, let's spend this a little bit here, let's take a gamble on here. But then even though I've technically cheated at the game and I've made myself a sugar daddy on the game, I can buy everyone, but it's not fun anymore. It's like when you play Grand Theft Auto and you do cheat, unlimited guns. You're like,
I think it's about perspective.
And I think also that's why some people that do have that or do acquire that type of money end up just working again anyway. You've done everything. Yeah. Like you've literally just done everything. So now you're looking for a different type of fulfillment now. Because money isn't it. So it's got to be something else.
Yeah. They say money can have a really good positive impact up to a certain amount. Yeah. And after that, you're on your own, basically. Innit? Like,
because you got to remember as well, there's some people who, in terms of, they've got that wealth, but they're in certain circles because of the businesses they do as well.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily going to be accepted in that. You see what I mean? And people think that 110 million, I can go to his private members club. They're like, we don't want you, bro.
Do you know, it's a prime example of that actually. Even that P. Diddy thing that came out the other day of him trying to buy the NFL club. And then the man's talking about, he looks high, man, stay in your comfort zone. This is not for you. You stay down there.
Do you know what it is,
It's that same thing.
We think that classism doesn't exist anymore. And that's all completely relative to how much money you have. The money is nothing to do with the class. It was, but that's kind of changed. Just because
classism
if money goes into my account right now, it doesn't change the class of person I am. Not that I believe in classism, but it doesn't mean that I'm automatically middle class or upper class or road. You see what I'm saying? It's just money in my account.
But classism is like I kind of felt for a while that classism was almost like the new racism, innit? Because you can use class to pin somebody down and to keep yourself up here just off the basis of your culture and how you do things.
Exactly.
Do you get what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is that like in this level of business up here, we do things a certain type of way. You, even though you do have money, it doesn't match what we do. And you don't really look like us either, really. You look a little bit intimidating, actually. So you know what? We'll do business with you down here just to kind of keep you in your comfort
as humans,
zone.
we're just a shit species, innit? So even if we were all the same colour and, you know, all spoke the same or whatever, we would find something to differentiate ourselves from someone else just because we want to be that thing
100%.
that, you know, I'm above you or it is. It's an ego thing. Ego.